Please, please.
Yeah, can you say that again?
Yes, I wanted to express my gratitude to you because I came to you as a client, and after some time, when I saw I was not your client anymore, my case was part of your mission, and this says very much about your character to me. Understand? No one, never ever, not even my relatives or the father I had, no one ever took any case related to me as theirs. And you are so caring. You treat me and everybody else like you treat Gaia herself. This is so beautiful. It's something from your heart,
Thank you,
understand?
lovely.
Thank you very much. I'm very thankful.
Look, your story about, you know, a love that goes over multiple lifetimes between different species of human, different, like, you know, Romeo and Juliet, they couldn't, you know, it couldn't be a weirder love story, but, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how it's going to play out yet. I don't, but it's
Me too, but I don't have social media, and I read some comments, and I read some comments of some women that relate their story with mine somehow, and I hope that you can help all of us because it's very hard when we want to live a life experience on Earth, but we have a connection with the other side. We don't get pregnant on Earth. The doctor says that we are super fertile and they don't know what happens, and it's everything confused, and our relationships on Earth are a mess, and generally these women die alone. I'm lucky because I have an earthly husband that is comprehensive, but not every time we find someone like that, so
mhm.
it's really difficult. If you can help all of us.
Well, look, you know, there's, as your story's playing out, like it's part of I think it's part of, it's just one story, and I think there are thousands of these
Yeah,
stories out. Yeah, and there are a couple
yeah.
of ladies who've been in touch about the same story.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, and feel free to reach out, anyone watching this, you know, because where else are the solutions? You know, there's not that many people out there doing this sort of work.
No, I
No.
passed it through more than 4 quantum hypnosis with a fantastic practitioner. She is indeed one of the best. But personally, I reached the maximum that I could reach with the quantum hypnosis. And I still had some little pieces to put in the puzzle. And I was already watching it and following your work. And I said, no, what I needed to put these last puzzles together is a police interrogation style, like Alobar does. Put them against the wall, and this has make
Answer.
all the sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I find a lot of people who speak with the other side are asking really, really soft questions, if they ask any questions at all. And so, and a lot of them, you know, a lot of the channelings, they're just happy to just let these beings tell whatever story comes to mind, you know, whatever. Yeah. So, you know, with a little bit of pressure, it looks like this story between you and Cleon or Claude is really going somewhere. Now, what's been going on since we spoke last? It's been like a week or two now.
And the last time has about 1 week, but since
Yeah.
the first session that has already about 1 month, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what happens is that since I found you in YouTube, that
Mm-hmm.
was between end of last year, beginning of this year, I noticed that these ones is a group of scientists, and they call themselves mind scientists. And Cleon he is a patriarch, he's a general, a military, but he has passion for psychology, for mind. So he has one team, and the closer ones to him are 3 or 4. One is a female. This little team that work with me, they started to feel very much anxious. I noticed that since I started to watch you. And what they tell me is that you naturally became representative of earthly humanity and of Gaia because of some of your merits. They don't say more about you. They just say that. And also that you came from the Pleiades, this kind of things. You are kind of our representative because of your merits. Is this what they say? And I noticed that they started to become a little bit anxious. And in February, I had a huge discussion with Cleon. And I called him by all names under the sun. And I offended him as a man. And anyway, I told you that. And then since then, he started to be more caring. He started to show me things in the sky that are very beautiful, very. I recorded some of these things and so.
What sort of stuff was he doing?
You mean what he was showing me in the sky, for
Yeah.
example, this thing? Romantic things. One of the things, I have the photo. He sent one big thing that I only have the word orb to explain. A big circle, a globe. He sent, and then he made one. A hologram, a very big hologram in the sky, front of my window, when the neighbors were sleeping and inside their house. I live in a very much remote area here, so it's not a problem for them to show up. And in that hologram, for example, that hologram was showing one tall white Kilitokurt male hand, like this, and inside the hand was his image.
Just give me one second. Sorry, it's just our little one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then inside that hand was his image, like like if he was giving himself to me. So that was super romantic, but I was afraid to fall in a trap because aliens lie a lot, you know. And then I was super touched. That was so beautiful. I took the photo. My camera is crap, but I have there the image, and this was one of the things. But I was afraid, and then I said to him, "Do you think that I'm so cheap that I will fall for you because of a hologram in the sky? No, you have to do better. You did this, you did that, and so and so." And then he said, "I'm going to prove you. I'm going to free you from everybody. You will be free even from my people, and then I will catch you, but not by force. It's because you will understand what I feel for you." And he said to me that there are many women on earth that have, I don't like this word, it's very modern for me. They have a crush out. Understand? They have a double life. They have their boyfriends, their husbands here, but in fact, they have a relationship there. And he told me that there is one woman from your team that I don't know if she is aware. He didn't tell me the name, but he told me in which video she is. I can tell you after. She has someone that is in love with her also. And but you see, I don't listen words in my mind. When they talk to me, they send thoughts, they send images, they send thoughts, they send ideas. It's not language, understand? And then since then, he's trying to do this. He goes to the Pleiadians, he brushes the reptilians away, he opens the way for me. And I said to him, "I think you are lying to me because no one can escape from Earth right now. There is a net." You yourself told this in the first session with me. And then he said, "No, but I have, me and my people have diplomatic skills. We can open one door in the sky for whoever we want." And he said, yeah. And then he was just afraid that you, with your skills, could come to my astral body and remove this device that is made of part of his astral body from my low back astral bodies. I don't even have the terms to
No, I can see the thing you're talking about.
yeah. But after the second session, it's like if he's so relaxed with you. It's like if he trusts in you so much, in your own honesty. I think that if Alice is available, I think that everything will go fine. Although he told me that he's really very old, he's about to be sent back to his planet to die there, and that he's already losing his vision.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this love affair also has some of the aspects of elderly billionaire from across the stars.
Ah, I don't,
Some-
I don't know. Maybe I don't
you
know.
know, it's okay. It's such a big challenge to believe it. So to not to believe it, but to understand, just to have it happening in front of me is still a surprise, even though I know all of the individual moving parts. Like to see it all together, it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt whatsoever that, you know, I can think of one old client who chose not, she wants to have a crush with a non-physical. You know, she's very happy to have a relationship with a non-physical of whatever kind it was, you know.
Well, I think that he proposed me something, and I think that I could accept because initially I thought that this was Stockholm syndrome,
Yeah,
and
good word.
but
Yeah.
yeah, and I spent years thinking that what I feel for him is just Stockholm syndrome, and I have a friend who is a therapist. And he explained it, he talked very much with me. And he said, no, this is not Stockholm syndrome because Stockholm syndrome is this, and this. You would have to fit this, and this, and that. So it's not Stockholm syndrome, it's indeed what you feel for this person, for him. And okay. And then he made a deal. No, not a deal. He made a proposition to me that can benefit us because now he and I are karmically related. So it's something that can benefit us. And for me, it's fine. And if I came from Lyra, for me, it's fine. But that also can involve his next life experience again as a general and mind scientist, and on behalf of the earthling humanity. And he said, I cannot make miracles. However, he said to me, yeah, I cannot make miracles. However, because we don't live under amnesia, because we are not slaves, we can plan our next life experience. So I know already who will be my parents. I know already what will be my profession, what I want to do. And maybe I can help by influencing my people. This is one thing he said. And the second thing, he said that there are some people.
Yeah.
He said
So
it's
sorry,
not
that
most.
first thing,
Mm,
I personally forbid that.
you personally what?
Forbid that.
What does this mean?
In German, the word is verboten. That might be the same in,
Norwegian.
yeah. No, look,
Okay.
no, it means I will not allow that.
Mm,
Like these guys, like what he's been doing is a crime.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
all of the genetic manipulation against everybody's will, without everybody's permission, he's just running around and snatching people. You know,
Mm,
and there's no
yeah.
way that that is either a positive thing to do or legal in any way, shape, or
Mm,
form. He's but you see, the reason why they came to Earth is because Earth genetics are so powerful. They are so
yeah.
powerful. Like they've managed to splice together 22 different alien species here, and have it functional.
Yeah.
And for a guy like that to get hold of an Earth human body would be a problem for everybody.
Now,
Like,
it's not to get a hold for the human body. He said that this kind of trade commerce made and using earthling humans, it will have an end, and that all the galaxy will have to think about other ways of business because this will not go forward, and that they have to think about ways to make positive We always must think that maybe they're lying. But he said that because of this changing, he doesn't want that his race can be how do you say far from a good
Yes.
deal in the new world of the new galaxy. Now that
Okay.
the Earthlings understand, they want to keep doing
Well,
business, but
look,
now it will have to have another face.
but yeah, okay. Well, and those sorts of contracts, if I am a representative of Earth, if I
Yeah.
do have negotiation skills, then
Mm,
I wonder what he has to offer us. Because
I
if
don't
he was,
know.
and if him and his species were completely honest, then they wouldn't need to do this cloak and dagger mystery stuff where,
Yeah.
where it takes a specialist like me to allow you to talk with someone who you've had a working relationship with your whole life.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
this conversation is very simple. And even
Yeah.
more so, his romantic gestures, the things he says to you, he could have opened this conversation a lot earlier.
Mm.
And for
Yeah.
those reasons, I am wary. But
Yeah.
well, it's nice to have other alien species confirm that the Earth is about to go through a change of ownership.
Yeah, and then he said that all the galaxy will have to figure out another kind of business, and that many races are thinking, okay, now what will we do? One of the things that he didn't say, but I saw Charles James Hall telling, is that his race has offered to Earthling generals, Earthling military, especially from USA, the opportunity to do that, help them to colonize, help Earthling humans to colonize some little planets that they know around in the galaxy, take care of that planet, and with whatever they produce there, that is what is creepy, because what is this they're speaking about? Cannot be adrenochrome, cannot be something like that. Whatever they produce there, then they will help them with transportation, commerce, this logistic, and then they will gain also with this. This could be one of these new kind of business that maybe they could do with earthling humans, because it seems that they are in more. I don't. We have to suspect, but it seems that whatever is happening, they are more or less in our hands. We have power that we don't know.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
really
we
don't.
sure do. But he's sending the message that, sorry, from what you're saying, one of the possible interpretations is that they really are at our mercy. Because
It
if they're
seems.
not trading in human DNA, they're willing to be our taxi drivers around the galaxy and give us empty planets. Is that what they're saying? Just so that they can be close to us.
Yeah.
Because if I'm right, and if we succeed in pushing off the Metatron's metaverse,
mm-hmm.
if we succeed, then we will be the most famous, the most powerful, and the most beloved species in the galaxy, and he just wants to be
Mm.
close to that. But he
Yeah.
has,
Maybe.
like, and he's trying to get his species close to that, and I get that,
Yeah.
but I'm more inclined to make a deal that's just so incredibly in our favor, so heavily slanted towards us. Right? I just think
I
that's
understand. I want to know if you know anything about the second thing he told me.
okay.
Because you know so many things.
Okay, sorry, yeah, okay.
I want to know if it's true. He told me that was a clear telepathic message that I don't have a doubt. He told me that there are many races, not only in this galaxy, but also in another galaxies of the universe, that wish to have a couple or 6 or 10 and souls, spirit souls that have incarnated here on Earth as earthling humans incarnating there. I asked the why would you want to have a couple of spirits that have incarnated here on Earth having at least one life experience in your planet. And why this? And then he told me that it's because this would bring to them and to other races more sense of ethics, natural morality, creativity, empathy, imagination. And he started to give me a list of things that it's difficult for them to have. But I couldn't understand why. I only understood, I couldn't understand why us, but
Because,
I
like,
could
like I said,
understand, yeah. Mm.
our genetics are superior to just about everybody.
But if you incarnate, if 2 or 3 of us,
Because
for
they
example,
can,
incarnated there,
because then they can mine the memories, they can mine the ideas and the feelings that those souls went through.
that we have already registered in our souls because of our experience on Earth. Now I
That's right.
got.
Yeah, right. Because whatever, like, sorry. And I do get that there are several galaxies, but really, really, I think the first job that Cleon could do for us is make a list of planets that are affected by Metatron's metaverse. So the
Yes.
same thing that's happened here, like I want a list because I want to go out there and solve this same problem for as many planets as have it, and chase this
We
thing
know
off
that. Yeah.
into the never never.
Yeah. Well, it seems that the tall whites that are Kilitokuchi don't like AI because there are other races that they call tall
Well, look,
whites.
and
These
the
ones
killer to
seems that they cannot.
well,
I
look, the
don't know.
killer to Kulche, have bases in Brazil.
Mexico and USA and Chile. Yeah, that side.
Well, if they really want to deal with me, first thing they should give me a phone call. I would like a phone call from somebody.
Mm. I think they can, but I suspect I don't know if I'm right, but I suspect that some of them have involvement with the deep state, even if they don't like AI and
Because
the
they're
Men in Black.
well, look, the diplomatic right to be here comes from the deep state, and
Yeah,
the deal to experiment with the other Earthlings here and see what they can harvest and trade around the galaxy. That's deep state. That's a deep state deal.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
There's something else to do. They're 100% right. There are other forms of commerce to engage in.
Yeah.
If commerce is necessary at all.
Isn't it? Yeah, I
Well,
agree
look,
with you.
I'm guessing that this planet is actually like a gem. It's an incredibly beautiful world, and there are
Yeah,
a lot of less beautiful worlds out there. So maybe we have some unique opportunities for that reason. But also, like the guys who've been willing to do this work on behalf of the Great Nothing, on behalf of Metatron's metaverse. I'm not certain these are guys I deeply want to deal with.
I don't know.
They're just on the they're just on the losing side at this
Yeah,
point.
he used to say that he talks with you as an individual, that there are others, very few people there that also don't want this kind of commerce anymore. But as I am here, I'm just a woman. What can I know? I know
No,
that he's indeed,
don't give them that just a human thing. Like
yeah,
they traveled across the galaxy to harvest our genetics. Let's not underplay it.
yeah,
And the amount of effort they
yeah,
went to make sure that they got yours is huge.
yeah. You
But
saw my contract. You even said that's considerably thick. I
but
said, wow.
the tall whites are known as morally, the word's not vacant, but it's like morality isn't an issue in their culture, and everything is and genetics is everything. Genetics is the whole game.
Yeah.
There's nothing else going on. And they're known as great students and great harvesters of genetics.
Mm. There are the tall whites that are zetas. Is not that. But I agree with, I believe that all of the tall whites, so-called the tall whites, have the same procedure.
Well, look, and I also don't think, it's the DNA is an international trade, an interplanetary trade.
Yeah.
And some DNA nobody wants, like the short greys, and some
Ah,
DNA
yeah.
wants like us Earthlings. And so it's
Yeah.
it's like we're going onto a negotiating table and we don't even know what's available to us and what we
Yeah.
have to trade, because
Mm.
we're not speaking the same language. We're not in the same frame of mind.
Yeah.
I think it's going to get very, very interesting very, very quickly.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah. And what else would you like to share about your? Okay, I understand Cleon's messages. They'd like to borrow some of our people so that they can discover what human culture can be.
Probably is this, yeah.
Because they don't know.
He said they have an idea. They said sometimes they make jokes. Their jokes are grass jokes, light jokes, and they laugh and they fall in love and they love their children. This kind of basic thing. But there's something with us, earthly humans, that we could cultivate in our soul just by living here on earth, having these experiences as earthly humans, that they are absolutely fascinated with, and they want that. And I
So
think is mental.
what's the topic? How do they frame their jokes about us Earthlings?
They laugh off jokes that are not funny.
No, nobody said they were funny. I just want to know what the
Eh,
topic is. Like,
for example, if you're talking with one of them and then someone passes, jumping or doing something strange, and then you look to them and say, I don't know what this person wants. And then one of them will laugh and say, neither do I. They laugh off. They are not retarded. They're very intelligent, but they laugh off jokes that are really not funny. I don't understand why.
because they don't have our emotional complexity.
Probably, but they
No,
have quick
they don't. They don't
emotions.
have anywhere near our emotional complexity. That's why their jokes aren't funny. But
It's,
I'd be
it's not
curious to
funny.
hear what. Yeah. Anyway. So, like, if they're making fun of humans, like, what parts do they make? What are they?
There was one time that I was mocked.
Yeah.
I try to say quickly. The tall whites that are Kili Tokurti never mocked me. I even feel a little bit scared. But there is a woman from the Pleiades that was trying to catch me. Because of her, I also had to look for your help. And she told me that her name is Priti. I practiced Vaishnavism in the past. I know some Sanskrit names, but Priti I never listened about. I researched in the browser, and I discovered that Priti is a Sanskrit name that means joyful woman. And this Pleiadian woman that is young, she said, my name is Priti, and she said that her father is one Aldebaranian man, and her mother is Pleiadian, and she was born in the Pleiades, but she has one brother that is son of her father that's from Aldebaran with one Aldebaranian woman. And anyway, they are how we say half brothers, half siblings. And she said that I am wonderful. You know, they start to tell all wonderful things about you. Nara, you are wonderful. You have these qualities. You are so unique. You are so special. Then you know that crap is coming. Then, yeah, they are dumb a lot. This is a trick, you know. And then she said, if you sign with us, my brother can become your father in your next life experience there in Aldebaran, or if you don't want, you can take birth and he can become your, you know, all sorts of things. But something happened in their system, in their technology, in their mechanics, I don't know, that I had a vision, a clear vision of her brother laughing off me while she was telling this. And he was laughing off me together with another man that is also young. They are very like teenagers from Aldebaran. And then I cut contact immediately. I was not already believing, because when they start to eulogize us very much, we know that they are lying. We know that they want something. They are very slippery, Aloba. Very slippery. You know.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. And us humans somehow think that there's superiority in them just because they come from another planet. But you know,
Yeah, but they are not.
their social organization is horrible. It's miles
Yes.
behind, absolutely miles behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their morality. Anyway, I could ramble for a while
Yeah.
on that
They
topic.
mock us.
Well, because we're acting stupid. You ever see those? You ever see those videos where like one man is ordering around an elephant who's easily 50 times his size?
Yeah.
And the moment that the elephant decides, no, I don't want to know you anymore, it's over,
Yeah.
right? And that's the
Yeah.
relationship they have with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There is something happening that's making them start to try to figure out other ways of commerce, of business, because they know they will not go along with this for so long anymore, you understand? But this so long,
Well,
how
you know,
many more years? 100,
no,
200?
but
I don't
this is not based in morality. This is based in
know.
pragmatism. This is what's practical for them.
Unfortunate. Unfortunately.
No, but
Yeah.
I I think the fact that we are rejecting the offer of the Great Reset and everything else that comes with it, I think
Yeah.
that that's what, now that they know that they've lost the planet, they've lost control of the planet. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think any deal that they make after they lose control of the planet is going to be worth very much, or necessarily that these are the guys we want to deal with. We've already
Yeah.
seen incredible dishonesty from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
is that what you said? You said, why would we need business at all? If you live in your planet, you have house, you have food, you have
yeah.
clothes. Just live your life. Why do you have to make business around? You understand? You are right.
Well, no,
It's
it's
greedy.
because, you know, well, it's because everything in well, look, and it gets worse for them, but I'm not sure that that's what's happening with the tall whites, but with some species, there's something, the most horrible thing you could possibly imagine. But we'll get to that when we have our second channel involved. Yeah, see what
Yeah.
they have to say. Yeah,
Yes,
but
she's very gifted.
oh, she's
Thanks,
wonderful. She's
goodness.
wonderful. We're very
Yeah.
lucky to have her on board.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else anything else you want to share from them?
That is in my mind. No,
No, okay. All
no,
right, no,
no.
thanks for the update. Like the fact that he's romancing you and that he's trying to make deals with me says a lot. You know, he's got a lot of
Yeah.
backpedaling to do, but we'll
Yes.
see. You know, I'm just
Let's see.
let's see how it plays out. Yeah. Thanks for this one, Nara.
Thank you.